Welcome to the Well-ish podcast, sponsored by Iowa Specialty Hospital, where real life meets better health. We're your hosts. I'm Derek.
I'm Anthony.
Let's dive in. All right. Everybody unmuted, ready to go? Perfect. Ready to rock. Welcome to another episode of the Well-ish podcast. Super excited today. Anthony and I usually do this on our own, and I just can't stand the sight of him by himself anymore. So we brought in one of our fellow dietitians, Sidneigh. Welcome, Sidneigh, to the set.
Welcome to the pod.
Well, thank you guys.
It's good to have you here.
Super pumped to have you in.
Wait, really quickly, ever done a podcast before?
No.
Neither have we.
We're rookies. We're novices.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, very
I've only
novice.
watched a handful too.
Yeah.
I wonder. Do you like watching or listening to podcasts more?
Listening.
Okay. See, because
Yeah.
I kind of like having the video. Like I like pulling it up on YouTube, and
I think everyone's different, and I think that's why we are doing both.
there you
Right?
go.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is the first time I'm holding this mic, so I can't figure out how I want to hold it. I
Just
think
don't
I might
mute it.
I might do that. There we go. That's better. Okay.
All right. Anyway, we bring Sidneigh on today to kind of just like have three dietitians kind of get to know Sidneigh a little bit better as a dietitian, and then maybe discuss a little bit about how like we all practice.
Yeah.
Right. You know, like
Yeah.
we are obviously trained very similarly. I can't speak. I apologize. But obviously we probably practice in a different way, you know, and we've talked about that a little bit. So to get started, Sidneigh, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the dietitian world. How'd you become a dietitian, and why'd you become a dietitian?
Well, I went to school for it.
Where at?
I went to school at App State in North Carolina.
Ooh, curious. Did you ever go to any football games?
I did.
Oh,
They're a lot
cool.
of fun.
They look so cool on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
I went to App State for my undergrad, and then I just stayed and did the MSDI, the Masters of Science, combined with the dietetic internship, just
Nice.
to kill two birds with one stone.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Why I chose dietetics? That's a conversation for a different day. Just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. It's not really a long story. I just really like food and talking about it.
Yeah.
And helping people better their relationship with food.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think a lot of dietitians come into the world like that a little bit, whether, it's them that they love food, or, they had an experience with food that guided them to where they are now. And, and then whether it's the science or just continuing to love food that kept you in it,
Yep.
you stayed in it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a long journey.
Yeah. For your master's program, how long was that program?
2 years.
2 years. And was that including the internship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first year was just the schooling, like the classes, and then the second year was the internship where you were actually on site at a clinic, like a rotation, and then schooling still at home. So it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was very just a lot of work and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Cool. So from App State,
yep.
you landed in Iowa, middle of Iowa, and then was this your first job outside of school?
No, my first job was WIC, Women, Infants, and Children.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, cool. How long did you do that?
6 months.
6 months. Okay. All right.
It was not for me.
I feel like that's such a big part of like in any career, like the chances that you hit that first job and it's like,
Yeah.
hey, this is the perfect one that I'm going to be in forever. It just doesn't. That's
Yeah.
not a thing, right? It takes a little time to figure it out.
Yeah, you gotta try it out and see if you like it.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. Is this your first job, Derek? As a dietitian?
It is not.
Oh, yeah, it's not
It is
mine
not.
either. It's actually my fourth as a
I'm on a
dietitian.
journey.
On a journey.
I think we all graduated around the same time, though.
Did we?
Like,
Yeah.
when did you get your RD license?
2023.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same here.
Same here. Yeah.
That's
No,
crazy.
24. No,
You were-
23. 23. Yeah.
Okay.
It was
What
23.
is that? Yeah. That's
Yeah.
would have been. Yep.
Crazy. So, all right. Anyway, well, now you are here and you work as a, I don't like saying that it's a weight loss dietitian, but like we work for Iowa Weight Loss, right? And we counsel patients that are, looking to lose weight. wherever they are in that journey, right? Anything from bariatric surgery to just medical weight loss, right? Do you want to tell us a little bit about like how you view the difference in bariatric surgery? And well, what is medical weight loss? Is a better question to ask in your eyes.
I think it's a variety of things, like medical weight loss, people who are using medication to help them lose weight, but that's not all of our patients. Some of them are just doing it through diet and exercise, but being monitored medically. I feel like there's just there's a variety of ways and a variety of patients.
Yeah.
Because not all of them are on medications, and I think that's kind of important to make note of.
I think that's very important to make note
Yes.
of.
Yeah.
That's not what, that medical weight loss is all about, right? But it's also just not about increasing or having a better diet and increasing your exercise either.
Yeah, it's just lifestyle changes. I probably poorly spoke there, but a
No,
lot of it is
No,
like
100%.
yeah,
I don't think you spoke poorly at
no.
all. I think it, like, I think, like you said, each patient is different and has a
Mhm.
different path that they're walking towards better health.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at the end of the day, like, obviously we have the kind of the stated goal on the side of the building that talks about losing weight, but really what people are looking for is feeling better and more energy and able to do the things that they wanna do, and I think that's, um, so important for when we as dietitians work with people, like, helping remind them, like, that's another big piece of what we want for you,
Yeah.
and so then I think that is where they then kinda say, like, "Oh, yeah, that's part of my goals too to work for," and, but each patient walks that journey differently,
Yes.
so
and comes in at different points of that journey too.
very true.
Yeah, like
But
vastly
I
different.
think with that, and we were kind of chatting a little bit beforehand, um, with each patient coming in at such a different point and having such variety of goals and different things they're looking for, like, do you feel like it's something where some people work really, really well with you, and maybe others don't? 'Cause I definitely feel that way, where it's like it's almost like if you hear someone talking kind of the mental, like, the therapy side of things, it's really important to find someone that you work well with, and I would say that that's also important in our
Oh, yeah.
job as well. What is your experience with that and finding, like, the people that you work well with, how does that go versus those that maybe it's like, "Hey, you know what? We have other dietitians who you" have you ever done that before where you've kinda, like, traded with somebody at all?
I've offered other dietitians before, just saying that they might be a better fit.
Good.
You guys are in similar life stages.
Sure.
Um, if you wanna reach out to them or, like, request them to make an appointment, or I can schedule you with them, XYZ.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I've definitely said that because it's, like especially, like, if I'm with talking to a male patient and they want a male dietitian, it's a little
Yeah.
bit different, um, that way too. So it just depends.
Yeah. I just think
Um,
it's one of those things that's like, I feel like the knowledge, like the nutrition knowledge is so accessible that it's like what our job ends up being is not I mean, there is education, of course, but it's so much more partnership and
mhm,
walking together through a journey, and so having, like, the right fit, I think, is important too,
yeah.
but
Oh, yeah. That's hard to find. Even,
Yeah,
like, personally, I'm thinking, like, yeah, I'm looking for a right fit for, like, a PCP.
sure.
Like, things
Yeah.
like that, and imagine, like, our patients
yeah, and
too.
I think that's super common just in general in the world right now. Like having the right fit so much more important too, especially the younger generations. Than I think it was ever before. Like before, I think you just went to an institution or like a clinic and just assume that that was it, right? But now with the World Wide Web and
Mhm.
The
There's
social
world
lots of
media,
the
options.
World Wide Web.
the World Wide
Yeah.
Web, and yeah, I mean social media and all the options are like, there's some definite benefits being able to jump around and find people that fit great with you,
Yeah,
but I think that can also cause some drawbacks as well. If you're just jumping around because maybe you just want to hear what that person's saying.
yeah. Or you've
You
had
know,
too many bad experiences where you're like, "I'm done with this." Which
yeah.
I feel like people that walk in our clinic have experienced that at other clinics too.
Yeah, I want to double click on that. I think, whether it's at other clinics or just maybe different experiences with applications,
Yeah.
like I don't want to call anyone, so I'm just gonna say like weight loss apps or different just programs, whether it's exercise as well, like fitness programs,
Mhm.
that just don't go well,
Yeah.
So they come here hoping that maybe they get different advice. But I think that what they end up finding out is it's similar advice, but we're also along for the journey,
Mhm.
and we're gonna listen to you a little bit more. I think that goes to the point of like kind of the beauty of having different dietitians, like different practicing dietitians.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So, so with that, how would you describe how you like to counsel your patients? Like, give us an example of maybe a recent patient and like how you went about it, or if you just want to describe like maybe how you approach talking with them.
Hmm. I think that's I don't know. I feel like it kind of just depends on the person. And like, I always try to get to know them at first and like just ask them something I learned from Derek actually is asking them about their weight story, which is really awesome.
All right, cool. I'm all
um,
feeling good. All
and then
right.
just like asking them like their actual goals, like why are you here essentially? Um, and then depending on how the conversation goes, because also length of time is a big factor in it. I just ask them more questions about themselves, particularly in like, their dietary preferences, I guess.
Have you ever gotten to the end of because we do these like 30-minute windows,
Yeah.
have you ever gotten to that 30 minutes and realized that you haven't even really gotten past the story part yet?
Yes.
Because I've done
Yeah.
that. It's always like, "Oh,
That's a shocker.
no. What have I
Yeah.
done?"
Yeah. Yeah. It's tragic. Like I am very sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I feel like I'm always like, see, yeah, and I wish there was just infinite time and we could just
Yeah.
talk and talk and talk, but
Yeah, I think, and unfortunately in healthcare, like that's so common is like, you go in and you get what's the statistic, like less than 10 minutes with the PCP. And luckily we do get 30 minutes.
Mhm.
And I think, that's a lot more time than most people get. But still, like you can't cover everything in that first 30 minutes,
Yeah.
especially unraveling that story. Because a lot
Yes.
of times the story is not so simple,
No.
you know?
Not at all. And then you're trying to build rapport, so it's just
Mhm.
like that's a really important piece of
Yeah.
it. Is that rapport.
Yeah.
It's like
It's crazy, like, that it's crazy that we haven't figured out how to have hours and hours with everybody because like we said, each patient is like and I wish that was the case, and really, I think it just comes down to there's there's just not enough of us
yeah,
to go around, and I think that it's amazing that, um, like, our job is so much more of a like, of it there it's a guiding hand versus lecture, at the front of the classroom, because then, like, the knowledge is there for everyone to have. So it's like, how do we help you walk through the weeds? And when you can start to get someone to realize, like, that's what our job is to help you not just learn things, but to figure out what works best for you. And I know that sounds simple, but it's a huge step to
yeah,
realize I'm not just doing the thing I see online. I'm doing
yeah.
the thing that makes me feel good.
hmm It's hard, and everyone's different, very different, and they grew up in very different households. Like some people have grown up in households where they didn't cook in the kitchen with their family, so they don't know how to cook, and they never learned how to cook. So it's like, okay,
What
well,
do you do? What do you do with those people? Like, what's your first step there?
Um, just kind of try to figure out if they are comfortable learning or they want to learn to cook. If they have any things in the house now to help them cook, because maybe they don't. And some people still don't. So try to figure out that piece and then kind of see where they're comfortable with, or even just like finding foods that they don't have to cook and they can just start off simple, like microwaving things, or boil some water.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I didn't cut you off.
Oh, you're good. That was
I was
fine.
gonna say, I feel like a big barrier too is time. Like some people just think that cooking takes so much time, and in a way, it does, right? I mean, and also just like the learning curve takes a lot of time.
Mhm.
I think Derek, you were telling us one time, or it took you like years to finally feel comfortable in the kitchen. But the older you get, the longer you go without doing that, the harder it is to kind of stop and learn that new process, right?
Yeah, you have to want to.
Yeah. Yep. And so now I'm curious, like, how do you get them to want to, or what do you think about that phrase? Like, how do you go about, so let's say someone says, yeah, I do want to learn how to cook, but it just takes too much time, so I'm just not going to do it. Like, where would you go after that?
It's a really hard question. Start off like simple with simple meals. Like, do you feel comfortable like using the oven? That kind of thing. Because there is a really simple way to make chicken in an oven. Like sheet pan meals are super easy.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of plopping it on a pan, getting comfortable with that. It doesn't have to be chopped up stuff. Just put it on there, season it in the oven. Like simple stuff, not like long drawn out meal recipes that are like 20 steps long.
Yeah.
A 3-step one. Put the chicken on the pan, put the peppers on the pan, put the potatoes on the pan, and sprinkle some salt and pepper, cracked pepper, and then put it in the oven.
There you go.
Something very simple might like need some extra stuff to it in the long run. I don't know. To me, it's simple. Maybe not to them.
Well, the building blocks, that's what I hear when you talk about that. It's like, that's the building blocks of cooking.
Yeah.
Like, you get the fundamentals down. Like, yeah, of course you can spice it up later, but if you learn how to use the oven, like you mentioned, not learn how to like put things in the sheet pan. Not that people don't know how to, but like, it's like understanding that and getting that feeling that it's not a lot of work. Like, I can do this, makes it, that's a one little reward, right? That keeps you going the next time and the next time. I think, we talked about habits before, Derek and I, extensively. So
Yeah.
it's a good way to start a new habit.
And it's okay if you burn it. It's totally fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I burnt so many things.
Yeah. I burnt frozen pizza this weekend. I mean,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how bad?
It was not impressive. It
no.
was impressive. But my stomach wasn't impressed. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
I kind of want to talk more about other things that you've messed up. Maybe we talk about that. Like the amount of time I don't mean it like that, but like the amount of time that it's taken you to like trial and error things, because
yeah, a lot of time.
Yeah, I think, I have this grill pan at home and I've been trying to make a steak, and it's a ribeye steak. And I can't figure out how to do it. And I don't want to buy a grill. I'm refusing to buy a grill, but I've tried so hard and I still continue to make it so dry. Like,
interesting. It's dry.
Yeah.
Like just chewy,
Chewy.
So I think I'm cooking it a little too slow.
Yeah,
Right.
steak, you gotta hit it.
Yeah.
It needs a sear. Do you put a sear on the outside
I don't
before
put a
you
sear
throw
on
it?
the
Yeah,
outside.
try that.
No. Okay,
Try
this isn't
that.
about me. I just want to make the point that it takes time.
Yeah.
Right?
Takes
Like,
time to learn.
yeah, I
It
didn't
does.
hit it. I didn't get it right the first time. I haven't gotten it right after like 10 times.
Yeah.
Right? But
Steak's a hard one to nail.
I'm still
See, I
I'm
feel
still
like-
working through it.
I feel like my challenge is with like fish or salmon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I got fish and salmon down.
Really?
That's
See,
pretty
okay.
easy.
I might need your notes
Salmon?
on that one.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
that one down.
salmon.
I need
Super
both
easy.
your notes down. I just can't figure it out.
Where do
I
you
feel like
use the oven? Sorry.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
it never comes out right. It always comes out. I don't know. Maybe I need to try like the convection set. We have a convection setting on our
yeah.
oven. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know, but that's the other thing that's the one that I struggle with.
We've nailed it at home.
You nailed it.
Mhm.
I think we did too.
Every time it comes
Man,
out
see,
straight.
now I'm all jealous.
Yeah, I was
Fine.
surprised by that one.
It took a while though.
Okay, all right,
Gotcha.
more practice then.
Oh, wow.
More practice.
So kind of going back to a little bit what you mentioned, did you grow up with cooking in your household?
Not with my parents, no. With my
Okay.
grandparents when I was with them, yeah. But like my parents were like out of the kitchen, come back when the food's on the table.
Yeah.
So my grandparents, yeah, they would like integrate you in like, here, cut this up or cut that up. But like my parents, nope. So like my grandparents integrated me and one of my brothers, but not my other brother, and so he doesn't know how to cook.
I would
So,
say,
yeah.
that's the same for me. My grandparents taught me more how to cook than my parent, right? However, that only got me so far because my grandparents did live next door.
Yeah.
But still, like, eventually I got to the point where was a young man and I wasn't supposed to be in the kitchen, so I quit cooking.
See, I like getting in the kitchen. That was, I feel like, I mean, for me, that was just something that I was excited about. I don't know why.
I was not.
pumped.
I was excited to eat, not
Yeah.
excited to be.
I was pumped. There was a project that I had in college. And this was way back at my first stop at Nebraska, and the project was pick a food that's originated from a different country.
Oh.
And so, I mean, obviously that's a lot of foods, but I chose a nice French onion soup that I'd never made before. Turned out great. Homemade bread and everything. It was awesome.
wow.
Oh, homemade bread.
Oh, we went
that's
for it.
game changer.
It was
Yeah.
so good.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
And I think right there, I feel like that was I've never thought about this before. That was the moment where I was like, okay, this is fun. Like I'd made things before, but never really cooked. And then I realized that with that project, I was like, real food. I made it and it tastes awesome. So
Yeah.
I think mine was in undergrad. My junior
Yeah.
year when we had like cook at Iowa State, we had the cooking class.
cool.
And what we did is like each group got like different like the same end goal but different ingredients to like get to that end goal.
Oh, cool.
Whether it's like different glutens or different like sodium, like whether you use what's the baking soda or baking powder, like
Oh, yeah.
like how to like build it differently.
Mhm.
And that got me super excited about it because I love the science part of nutrition, but then like working at it in the lab and then actually tasting the final outcome was like,
Mm.
okay, I could get better at this. This is not very good. Like, how do I do that? And that got me to start cooking more.
That was a
Yeah.
great class. That was my favorite class.
Oh, it was so awesome. Yeah. What was your favorite thing you made there in that class?
I learned how to make a steak,
Okay.
but we made like a
I should
really
have gone to App State.
yeah. Honestly, like we made baklava.
What?
We had
That's like the
yeah.
layered.
Mhm.
No way.
Yeah, my partner in the class chose it. I'm like, okay, I don't know if you know who your partner is, but we nailed it.
Let's
Nice.
go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, I
Okay.
don't really have a favorite thing. I think it was all really cool.
Made a lot of good stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you still, I brought this up previously, but you still like to bake, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not the best at it, but I like to experiment.
Yeah. That's cool. I think baking's fun to experiment with because of, again, the science part of it, right? I'm not like experimenting with cooking. I'm not good at tasting and testing and like in between and trying to get to a final
Perfect.
product. Yeah.
Yeah.
So baking's much more up my alley.
I made some pumpkin bars last weekend from
Heck yeah.
scratch, homemade. Ooh, they were
You
good.
didn't want to bring any?
They're all gone, man.
They're all gone.
And the icing, I made the icing homemade too.
Oh, yeah.
Homemade
Yeah.
icing, crazy.
Good.
It goes crazy. It
Mhm.
was so good.
Pumpkin bars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. Those were fun.
That's good stuff.
So if there's anything that you're getting from this podcast, people, it's that we like have baking treats as well, and all the different kinds of foods and things like that. So I think that's one of the things that gets really, really scary for people when they start with a dietitian. It's one of the first things I always hear is, all right, what can't I have? What am I no longer have? And it's, man, you can still have most stuff. We just have to make it make sense.
Have you figured out how to get it, like, have a patient understand that they can still have a treat? That's something I'm struggling with, like, getting people to understand that you can still have a brownie or a pumpkin bar.
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't have a perfect formula for that quite yet. Working on that, but I think the hardest thing that it to uncouple like food from reward
Mhm.
is where I feel like that's the biggest challenge. Is like I did really, really good, now I get. And so trying to navigate that, I feel like is the hardest thing when it comes to the treats, because it's like, no, you have the treat because you like the treat,
Yes.
and then stop having the treats once you have one treat. We don't need 12, we just need
Yeah.
one, right? And so it's like trying to figure out how to make that more of their mindset where it's like, I'm having the treat because I enjoy it. It's not because I earned it.
Yeah.
Right. And that goes back to our conversation we were having just about an hour ago with having the
Foundation.
the foundation, the scaffolding of your.
Yeah, I think the other, like, another thing with that too is, like, I feel bad, and I mean this in a nice way. So, like, a child feels bad, so the parent gives them a treat to make them not feel bad. And I think that sits with you as well, and it kind of wires you later on. So it's the same thing. It's a reward, but it's based on a feeling or emotion, and I think that can be dangerous down the road, right?
Oh, yeah.
And to answer your question, how I usually go about that is kind of unpacking that with the patient. Like, do you recognize when that started? Have you thought about that a little bit more? I hate to bring up the word, but I ask them to reflect quite a bit.
Reflect on that.
Yeah, right?
A lot of it starts in childhood. Their parents, yeah.
And it's not to say that the parents did anything wrong. It's just more so now that you're aware of it and trying to work on it, we need to kind of unravel that, peel back the onion a little bit.
Yeah. And it's also like, how do you do that as a dietitian when, like, also it's kind of a mental health piece too?
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, and you got to be careful with that. The nice thing here is that we do have therapy, mental health therapists here. I usually mention that too, like, hey, I'm definitely not the expert in this area, but I'll help work through it. But maybe we should think about seeing a therapist and talking this through, because that's so helpful in any of this.
It gives them a chance to look back, so that when they come back to me or us, we can look forward, right?
Yeah.
It's like, so that kind of that multidisciplinary team that we have is super, super helpful.
Yep. They have the tools in one area that's going to help us use our tools more correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Yeah. Well, before we end this, because I really wanted to mention this, the first thing I hear people say, or actually usually I say it, but like, is the food police. Oh no, the food police is here, right? Or especially like at gatherings. Or so I want to make sure I threw that in there, because I'm not the food police. So to all my family and friends, just please stop that.
Yeah, please stop that. Like, oh my God, you're actually eating a brownie? I'm like, yeah, I love brownies.
Yeah.
Have you had one before? They're awesome.
Maybe you should try one.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my gosh.
I still eat all foods.
Yeah.
We're human. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I'm done.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about before we end this podcast?
Nope.
I think I want to add it. I think next time, because for sure, just based on the end of this conversation, we should have it next time. We have a lot of stuff. We can maybe have like a dietitians roundtable every month or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah, kind of keep talking about this stuff. And I hope that the people that, if anyone listens to this or watches it, like, they just understand that we're just real people. We come equipped with the knowledge and, the education to kind of help them, but we're really just trying to guide them through the weeds, like you mentioned.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. That was the Well-ish podcast featuring Sidneigh. Super excited. Glad she was here. And we'll see you all again next time.
Peace. Thank you, Sidneigh.